Hello, good morning. And yesterday was Sunday, so I wanted to do something to go over supplements and start doing that on Sundays. But yesterday got crazy and actually woke up with a really bad sore throat in the middle of the night. And so I started gargling with colloidal silver. And then I thought, I'm going to share my go-to supplements for when I get sick and my family gets sick because we have kids and it just starts passing around and nobody likes being sick. It sucks and it just shuts down your whole life, and nobody really has time for that. So these are some of my secret go-to things that I've developed and fine-tuned over the years. This isn't all of them, but these are my absolute top, can't live without these top supplements. So before I get into that, I just wanted to remind you, if you start feeling sick, to cut out all extra sugar and to be really careful because you're going to be getting sugar from things like salad dressings if you're not really sure of your ingredients and things like that. So look for added sugars because they're everywhere, everywhere. So that's going to take your immune system and just drag it down, down, down where you don't want it to be. There's a study that says after you have the amount of sugar equivalent to an ice cream sundae, that your white blood cells actually stop working and decrease way down to barely working at all for 5 hours after you consume that. So obviously that can be huge in how sick you get. Because right now I'm getting sick, right? But my body is showing symptoms, my throat hurts and things like that. But when this happens to me, which is more than I'd like because I have a new baby and I just don't get sleep, I don't get the full-fledged cold. And that's really important and life-changing for people who just, are moms or work. I mean, everybody, we have responsibilities and things to do. So, and then cut out gluten and dairy as well. That'll really help you. So in addition to that little side note there, I'm going to start with my most favorite of all. I just finished my elderberry syrup. So it's actually in the freezer right now because I had it out for 2 weeks and then I had to freeze it. So I'm going to show you my actual elderberries. They're really cool. These are dried up elderberries. I buy everything on Amazon Prime because I don't have time to go finding all this stuff, and it's way cheaper than getting it at the health food store. I bought this giant thing of organic elderberries like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months plus ago because it was before she was born. Anyways, they're really small. They're really cool. I'll do a video on how to make the elderberry syrup because it's awesome, and I used to drink the elderberry tea, and oh my gosh, I had to drink so much of the tea, and it was such a pain, and I felt like every single day all I was doing was drinking elderberry tea. So when I made the syrup, all I had to do was take a tablespoon of it twice a day, so that was way easier, and it tastes really good. I put raw honey in it, and cinnamon, and a little bit of clove, but you don't have to do that. So that's awesome. This is a huge immune boosting. It's an antiviral, has minerals in it. It's just, I can't say enough good things about elderberry, and it's safe during pregnancy. That's what got me hooked on elderberry. I started it when I was pregnant with my second child because I would get sick and my midwife would say, well, all you can take really is elderberry tea. And I was like, what's elderberry tea? That sucks. It sounds gross. And so I just started doing that, and then I realized, wow, this is really powerful and does have a huge impact on my health. So elderberry, it's really not that hard. I'll show the video on how to make this. Super easy and so much cheaper than buying the syrup made. But unfortunately, my kids are really picky, and all of a sudden they're like, ew, to this elderberry syrup. So since I didn't have time to make one to please them, I actually bought one for them. And I can post this in the comments because I know it's backwards. It's Sambucus Immune Standardized Elderberry Syrup. And it says on the back, for the children, how many teaspoons to take and everything like that. So this is the same goodness for them, but it tastes a little better. So they like that. And I make my kids take this every day during cold and flu season especially. So, elderberry, number 1. My number 2 most favorite. Zinc. I take zinc every single day. And I like this liquid zinc. I have the chewables too. The kids didn't like chewables, but this liquid zinc I find is awesome because I can put it in a little bit of apple juice and they'll drink it right down. But anyway, 50 milligrams of zinc a day, super important for every day, but especially when you are coming down with a cold. You gotta have this. You gotta have zinc. Okay, next. I love my colloidal silver so much. I have a giant, huge thing of it, and we refill this little tincture bottle. I actually put this in my throat every single night the last 5 days because I felt like this coming on. And anyhow, this is super easy. You're supposed to actually hold it under your tongue for a little bit. It's completely almost tasteless. I mean, it's pretty much like water. But anyways, follow the instructions on here. During times of sickness, you can increase to up to 9 times a day is what it says in the back. Or maintenance-wise, I think it's like 3 times a day. You can look at it. So easy to give the kids because it doesn't even taste like anything. So put your colloidal silver in with your elderberry, and then you have like a little great thing going on for your kids right there. This is an antiviral and antimicrobial. Colloidal silver, I actually even put in my kids' nebulizer and inhale it so it can coat the sinus cavities when you have a nasty sinus infection. Awesome. It helped me so much. I used to be on antibiotics my whole life growing up. Nasty, nasty sinus pain. All the time, infected. So I've actually gotten through so many sinus infections over the last few years just with this, and it's awesome. Like I said, put some in the nebulizer. There's all sorts of recipes online for colloidal silver. You can convert this with a certain amount of water, whatever it says, to actually put eardrops. You could do it topically. There's actually colloidal silver creams. So great thing to look into. This will never not be in my house. These things I'm showing to you are my absolute cannot live without. If I start running low, I call my husband, please pick up more colloidal silver. But normally I get it from Amazon. But if we run out, it's like, we need it. So we get it. And then the last one is Zypan, which is an enzyme that increases hydrochloric acid production. So basically in your stomach you have hydrochloric acid or stomach acid, it's the same thing. And then you have enzymes. The enzymes are actually the thing that's breaking down the food. But without the hydrochloric acid, the enzymes can't work properly. And that's where protein digestion occurs. So you can't really be too healthy and have foods that aren't digesting. So anyway, there's a lengthy process in explaining why the protein digestion actually has something to do with you getting sick in the first place. But there is a lot of physiology behind that. Just know that when you take Zypan, it increases hydrochloric acid production. There's a couple of other things that do as well. You may have low calcium. Low calcium could actually contribute to that. So by increasing your calcium, it could aid in this as well. Having enough of that enzyme to convert it to digest. But anyways, one more thing I forgot to tell you. Very important, so I'm so sorry. If I would have forgotten this, you would have been so mad at me. Because obviously, you need to read what's on each thing that you buy. That's a given. But just to give you a heads up, don't ever even think about taking this on an empty stomach. You will be so mad because it hurts so, so bad. So that being said, I always make sure on my biggest meal of the day, because sometimes I just snack, people just forget to eat. On my biggest meal, I have to take the zinc. Because I've even had a snack. A snack is not going to cut it. I mean, everyone's different. My husband doesn't really have that problem. But he has a really weird stomach. Nothing bothers his stomach. It's like steel. It's just, I don't know. I don't get it. But trust me on this one. Please read the back and please take it with food. Another thing is you're really not supposed to take vitamin C within 30 minutes of having zinc. It can mess with the absorption and things like that. So just a note. And anyways, those are some of my absolute go-to things. Like I said, it's not everything. I have a lot. Obviously, I pound green tea. And like I said, eliminate those problem foods. Hi, and this little baby is so healthy. Charlotte. So I give those to my kids. I've been giving them to them for a long time. She's like, hi, hi. Oh, you're a happy, healthy girl. So anyways, that's that, and I really hope that helps you. Like I said, there's tons of elderberry syrup recipes on Pinterest. I mean, you could experiment with ones that you like, but they all pretty much contain, some I see putting ginger in there. I can't remember. But anyway, I keep it simple with the honey, the elderberry, and the clove, and the cinnamon. Yeah, it's really easy. So I really hope that helps you guys, because no one likes being sick, and it really makes a tremendous difference. And good luck. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. We'll see you next time. Bye.